Hey, what's up everyone? So I'm back with another video, and in this one I'm going to make a summer t-shirt design. This is summertime, so for this one I'm going to use these elements in my this video, and I want to share with you guys how to get them. Now if you search like surfboard vector, you will find a tons of silhouettes images like this. It is from a clipart library. So this one, and then I was searching like brpng. You can see there is a thousands of png images like silhouettes like this. You can use one of them, and at least when you are using them to make a unique design of yours, then it will not be a copyrighted design. But if you just pick it something from this like this from a stock site, that can be copyrighted. But this is a png image, and then also I am going to use this as a part of my design, and these are really small details, and there are thousands of similar images like this, so that cannot be copyrighted, at least for print on demand. So for this one here I am just showing you guys, this is the png image, and this is, as you can see, this is not complete transparent png. So I need to make it silhouettes first like this, then expand, then of course this is the surfboard vector. I am going to make it same silhouettes, and that is losing some of the details of it, but that's fine. I don't need the details of it right now. So that's it. And then I'll be using this palm trees, and for this one here I'm going to use, I don't know which one I will be using, so maybe just use this one and then this one. So okay, let's use this one and then this one. Control C to copy. I'm pasting them here, and I'm making sure that it is complete black, otherwise it will cause problem for my the transparency thing. Okay, so I just need to make it a very simple design. Now this is going to be the text for me, enjoy the summer. And this summer I will be making it a cool looking effect here, and then I will be using the rest of it just to like go with my design. And for this one here I wanted to create a just a basic kind of structure here, something like a, okay, I'm going to make it look like this is just a basic baseline. Then I'm going to reflect it like this. Okay, I set up the shortcut key for reflecting, so that is how I can easily reflect them. So this is just a baseline of my graphic, and as this is two part, I can simply unite them, so that is fine. Now for the rest of the area I'm going to make it a kind of sun effect here. So this is going to be my sun. Let's change the color so that I can see. Control X, Control F to paste in front. So this is going to be the center position of my graphic like this, maybe in this position, that is fine. Now I don't want to make it a vintage looking sunset like some steps design. I just want to simply place my designs something like this. Control X, Control F, so it will be on top kind of this, that is fine. Then I'm going to place it in this area. This is just bear is representing the California theme here. I hope you know this. And for just to give it a kind of beach feel, I am going to make it a, I'm going to use this surfboard here. But as I told you guys, this is from a like a free png image, so I just cannot use it as it is. So I'm making some modifications like Control C, Control F to paste in front. If I press Control R to reflect it, basically Control R is for ruler tool, but I set up the shortcut key like Control R for the reflect tool. So that is what you can see here. Maybe I have two version here, but I want to make it look like this part is on top. So I'm pressing Control Alt F for offset path. That is another shortcut key I set up. Control X to cut, selecting this one, opening the transparency for it. Control F to paste in front. So as you can see, this is how it is looking right now. But for this area I want to make some effect here, kind of just a little bit to. So I'm pressing B for my brush tool, and with a bit bigger size brush, kind of this, I want to Okay, let's first of all create a ellipse here. This is kind of a basically a brush, so I am making it complete fill color. You cannot see it because I am inside the transparency, but I am taking my brush panel, then click on this new brush, then add brush. Okay, that is fine. That is going to add that ellipse in my brush panel. I am going to press delete to delete to delete that brush. Now when this brush is selected, I am pressing B for my brush tool, and I just want to make it kind of this, just to give it some design on my surfboard. Okay, so this is not looking very good. As you can see, this is not very smooth brush, so I need to make sure that my fidelity is set to kind of this. That will make my strokes, sorry for that, click OK. So that will make my strokes smooth. So if I press B now, as you can see, it is going to make it a smooth curve of, or whatever I will draw, it will be kind of smooth, something like this. So that is fine. And now of course, kind of same thing, let's copy them, or I can expand them, then copy, then I'm going to click on this one, selecting this one, then open the transparency for it, press Ctrl F, that means paste in front, but in this one I am going to press Ctrl R for reflecting it, because I want to make it in this style. So this one here and then another one here, but this one I will be reflecting again. That means this part of that surfboard is not visible because that is in the behind, in the background. So as you can see how easily we can make our unique graphic from a reference image. So that is fine. Now this bear might be a bit smaller, kind of that. So that is just a theme here to represent the beach kind of feel. Now I am going to place it something like this in this area. Okay, maybe like this, but Control X, Control F to paste in front. Then of course this part I want to place them kind of here. Control X, Control F, that means cut, paste in front. So that is fine. Let's select these two and bring them kind of this area. Sorry, this kind of becomes my habit now or something like that. This is also, so this is fine. Now for this one here I want to make it like this, and then press shift E for eraser tool. I want to erase that from this area, like that is going to be visible from that side, and for this one I am going to erase it from this area. I don't want to keep it visible from these lines. So this is just a basic design, very basic design, as you can see, just to represent a beach kind of feel here, summer theme. So I don't need this lower part of the circle, so I am pressing shift E to erase that part. So this is going to be the main focus point of my this design. Now of course this is looking very flat, so let's select our sun, open transparency, and then I am going to draw some shapes here. And for that I am taking my pen tool, and with black fill, make sure that your fill color is black. I'm going to draw a shape like this. So this shape is going to make my that sun shape kind of look like this, then reflect it, rotate it here, place it kind of this. So as you can see, that is giving it a bit texturized look. That's fine, I think. Okay, so that is good. Now I want to add some birds in my design, so let's create a ellipse here, and then I am going to make it kind of this position, then press shift M. Shift M is for shape builder, and now if I press alt and click here, it is going to delete the center part. So I have two part. Now I want to keep it kind of this, or maybe just I can simply rotate one. Then if I delete this one, I am going to press Ctrl C, Ctrl F, then Ctrl R to reflect. Sorry, maybe this can be a bit confusing for you if the shortcut is not, if you didn't set up the shortcut, you can watch my other video where I showed you how to set up shortcut. So this one I'm going to make it black, of course, in this area, so kind of smaller. Then on here, because whichever one is in the distance that looks smaller, and then the closer one looks bigger. So that is the theme I want to create here. So as you can see, this is really a cool looking design with just some few simple graphics like this. That is it. Now for this one here, I want to add my this text here. So maybe this summer I will make it kind of, let's use our script text here, that is the explorer script I am using here. Okay, before that I want to make everything like all of it a group here so that I don't lose the position of it, something like this. That is fine. Now if I select my this circle here, I can press Ctrl Alt F for offset path. Now I want to create a bigger offset path like this, then press Shift X. So Shift X will make it kind of like make it a stroke. So it was fill, now it's a stroke. So if I take my type on path tool, I can simply click on any of the anchor point of the circle, then I can type there enjoy the summer. This enjoy the, I want to make it really small, just a tiny bit of, okay guys, sometimes you need to zoom in to select these anchor points, or there is another option, that is press your left and right key, that will make these anchor points bigger. So as you can see here, so this one I am going to make it serif. So enjoy the summer, this enjoy the, I want to make it really like not smaller, not bigger, so something like this. Now this part of the text is not really important, so I'm going not going to focus on that. So this part is done. Let's align them once again to the center position, that is fine. Now I am creating outline, that means breaking the font so that I can add a source to my this design. There is tons of different ways of adding a source. I prefer using my pen tool, just like this, then kind of this, then press Shift X. So Shift X will make it a stroke, and once it is a stroke, I can simply arrange the, I can rearrange the position of it. Then if I press Shift W, that will give me the white tool, I can make it bigger. So basically you need to understand the, you need to learn the shortcuts that makes the work really easier, because we like the most used shortcut like the offset path, like the white tool, the reflect tool. We use this lots of, like we use this very often, so that's why we need to make their shortcuts. So I'm selecting them. Shift M for shape builder, that's also easy, otherwise you have to find the tool, I don't even remember. Okay, so this is the shape builder tool, this is the white tool, I don't even remember them by the icons now, I just only remember their shortcuts, so that is fine. So this position is good, I think. Ctrl X, Ctrl F to paste in front. Now Ctrl Alt F for making a offset path, but I want to make a small offset path, 10 pixel is fine for me. Let's cut it. Now I am selecting this group, opening the transparency, press Ctrl F. So this is how it is going to look right now, or maybe I can simply bring that 5 step up. Then if I select my original text, I have to bring that 5 step up. You can see that is how to match your transparency object and your text, kind of this. I don't want to erase this part from here, that's, let's just keep it as it is right now. So this is how my design is looking, but as you can see, if I press, I don't remember right now, Alt R for my ruler, Shift R for my ruler, Control Shift R. Okay, so it is Control Shift R for my ruler. I set up the shortcut but I forgot, so that is fine. Now if I bring a ruler here, as you can see, this is going to be the wide of my design, and for this part this is going to be the wide of my design, but these parts are just making my design wider, so I don't need this much wide design, otherwise it is going to print as a small design. So if I select my this tree vector here, the coconut tree, I can bring that closer, like the inside of my the theme here. Then of course I didn't do any transparency or any effect for my BR vector, so I can move that inside my design area 2 I am going to select my these three birds here, then maybe place it kind of this area. That is fine. Now this is good, but this is right now making my design, as you can see. Okay, sorry for that, I am inside the group. So this is making the white kind of, it is making it less white. So if I select my this one or double click to keep double clicking unless it is selected. Now if I select my press A for my direct selection tool, I can select this part and then I can bring them inside my ruler area, or even like this. So if I select this part, I can select it like this, kind of this maybe. Okay, so that is looking good for me, but I am going to do some adjustment here because these points are really not important to be that much wider. This is just some basic changes you need to make sure that whenever you are making a design, keep in mind the artboard size, keep in mind how it is going to look after a on a printed t-shirt. As you can see, this is how my design is going to be printed in a bigger area. So these less important parts are not making my design kind of wider. So that's the reason, or that's the thing I wanted to create here. That is fine. Now for this one here, of course, now I need to select these two. I didn't unite them, so uniting it. Now if I select, as they are a group, if I select them center wise like this, as you can see, I can again change their position. So this is the new position of my text and this is center position. So I'm going to create the offset path again, Ctrl X to cut. Now I am selecting this part, deleting that, Ctrl F to paste in front. So this is how it is going to look right now. And for this one here, enjoy the summer, I want to just make it now a bit smaller, so not that much bigger in size. And then I want to make it Ctrl X, Ctrl F, so that will make it on top. So that is fine. Now this is a vintage color plate, basically not vintage, this is a summer color plate, like some brighter colors, not like dull colors of vintage. So I'm going to pick some colors from here. This is going to be my colors. I'm going to add them to my swatch panel, and then this one I am not going to use a transparency design. So I want to make everything colorful here, that's why I kept the details here. So if I select my these two trees here, I can make them maybe this color, then this ground should be also that same color. And if there is anything that is not in that color, I have to select it same color. I don't know which part is this one. So same color. Now that part is okay, but this two is not looking very good. I'm going to make them kind of this color, but okay, let's make it this color. But Ctrl X, then I am selecting this part, then press Ctrl B, because that should be behind my that thing there. So I am selecting my this one here, maybe I will just move the position of my sun a little bit. That is fine. Now this enjoy the, I want to make it red because I want to make it like visible on top of my other graphics. So this part also red maybe. That is fine. This bear I want to make it red again, so that is fine. I think let's select our summer text, use that color. So as you can see, this is how it is looking right now. And I am going to put a background for my this design, Ctrl X, Ctrl B, and then make it black. So this is how it is going to look for the fine, look like the final design. Now this is not very kind of realistic looking or the style we do regularly, but this is the style for this one. You have seen this kind of designs lots of in the design. So I'm going to keep it as it is for now, or if I need any changes, like I can of course make everything clearly visible. Like this text I want to be clearly visible, so let's first of all make it a bit bigger so that it stays on top of everything, but in a bigger size. So let's break it. Now press Ctrl Alt F for the offset path, Ctrl X to cut it. Now I want to select my these two palm trees and then group it, because that is the place where my text is overlapping. So let's place it here, make it like this, so black. so that will make my text really easily readable, and the rest of the design is looking good. And for this two area I really don't like the bear here like that way, so I'm going to make it black, or let's keep it red for now. Okay guys, so that's it. And to be honest, I don't like this effect here, so let's delete that part. I want to keep everything kind of overlapping each other. So this is the theme here. So I hope this will give you an advanced level idea how to do this kind of, how to make this kind of designs. Or I can do another thing here, that is if I select the sun here, sorry guys, and make it a bit bigger offset path, press shift X for making it a stroke, control X to cut it. Now I am selecting my this circle inside the transparency, I will paste it here. But this one I want to make it like, if I go to this vector packs, this grunge brush here, I want to just simply use one of this, maybe this one, I don't know. And okay, let's see how it is going to look. So I'm going to make it a bit bigger in size, or let's keep it as it is, but I want to expand it because that is a stroke right now. And if I make it black, so it is going to look like this, but this is not very, this is not looking very good because there are some empty space in this stroke, and that may cause some trouble. So sorry for that guys, let's not do it like this way. So that's it, I can fix that. Okay, let's see. When I started, let's finish it. So I'm selecting it, making it like this, making a stroke, then of course making this as the stroke here, this one, maybe this one also good. Now as you can see, this is a stroke, so if I make the stroke black here, that will be easily visible. But I need to expand it because that is a stroke, and once it is expanded, if I take my magic wand tool, then I can simply click here, that is the empty stroke area, and if I delete that, it is going to fix my problem. So this is how it is looking right now. I am going to select it like this. Okay, I don't really like this, control X to cut. I am selecting my this one, then inside the transparency I will press control F, so that will give me this kind of grunge looking effect here. And then if I press control C control F, I can reflect it to make it the same effect from this area, and that is the effect I wanted to create for this one. So as you can see, this is some adding some cool texture to my sun. So that's it guys, I hope you learned something new from this one. Let's practice this one and post in our group. See you in the next video guys, have a great time, thank you everyone.